moment, there are all organisations and artists face, a whole variety of challenges, not least of which are financial, but there are other challenges as well. I think that an All-Ireland conference has certainly given me a feeling that, there are new sort of pastures, there's new conversations to be had, and I think it's by having those conversations that things can, move forward. And it's not an overnight change. It's a slow progression towards, where we might want to go to.
Well, this is a beautiful space. It's an extraordinary space. The auditorium, from a speaker's point of view, when you're on that stage, deluxe. You can see every eye in the house. Everybody feels this close to you. There's a sense of generosity. It's a sensational auditorium. The rehearsal room's glorious. It's the windows, the light, the boardroom. It's a fantastic meeting space, and I can only imagine to work in theatrically, sensational.
It's interesting because an awful lot of the people that have been attending here over the last 2 days have said to me on several occasions that what has made this different from other conferences, and indeed even other conferences run by Theatre Forum, NITA or Audiences NI, is that All-Ireland aspect, and the fact that for the first time people are getting a very complete picture of our whole island without the, I was going to say, artificial barrier of the border, which obviously some people very, very clear barrier. But in terms of the sort of work that we all produce, it's absolutely natural that we're looking at this on an all Ireland basis, and that a lot of the things that the speakers are talking about, or the issues that are being discussed in the breakout sessions, again, only really make sense in the context of us all working together.
When has the arts not been relevant? I don't know if it's about relevance so much as us emphasising why we're relevant and defining ourselves. I mean, the arts touches us in ways that nothing else does. Music makes us happy and sad in ways that no other art form can, and theatre is the only live medium that we can kind of get involved in anymore. Everything else is between us and the screen. So
the arts are a way of being. It's how we do things. It is very, very open. There's an awful lot of engagement, and it's not about language and context and anything. It's about just access, participation, excellence, inclusion. And a lot of things have been said this week, this weekend, the last 2 days, that have really, really resonated with me. It's not about programming. It's about opening up spaces in which people can come into, and I think that that's more relevant now than ever.
I think the two arts councils are coming together to try and make things work in terms of funding and partnerships. DCAL have set up, and I think are just announcing today, a North-South department within DCAL to help people start working together. And it's not just about the companies, it's about the ideas, about the people, meeting, sharing skills, ideas, knowledge, best practice.
Some of the talks were I think, very well curated. The talk by Farouk Chowdhury, about talking as an entrepreneur, I think was quite revealing for a lot of people. That there aren't the people in the arts and all of the other people. Everybody has the same sort of humanity running through what they're doing.
There is a tendency in the arts to consider the word business as the evil empire that has little or nothing to do with the arts. They do not mix like oil and water. I disagree with this assumption. If anything, they have a lot in common. Many visionary business people have built their companies by being crazy, foolish, and passionate enough to take creative leaps into the unknown. They change the world with the sheer audacity of their ideas. Don't great artists do the same?
Now, especially now, we must seize our role in the formation of our national characters, especially among the young, who are increasingly subjected to a bombardment of sensation instead of the digestion of experience. And in a time of onerous immigration law and mounting warfare, and if you come to the United States, increasing announcements that say, ladies and gentlemen, report suspicious individuals to the authorities nearest you. In a time when we're asked to look at one another with hostility and fear and suspicion. The arts, whatever we do, convene our fellow human beings and invite us to look at one another with generosity and curiosity. God knows if we have ever needed that capacity in human history, we need it now. I salute all of you as social activists, doing as you do, work in your communities to increase tolerance and empathy and generosity and curiosity. And I thank you for your kindness and your patience in listening to me this afternoon. Thank you and Godspeed.